Hi, I'm Hannah Marie, and I'm playing Samantha Thatcher, the Spooky.
Hello, my name is Jimmy, and I'll be playing Christopher Watson, the Expert.
Hi there, I'm Stabbykinz. I'll be playing Callum Reyland, the Spell Slinger.
And hello everyone, I'm Grizz. I'll be your keeper for the evening, and I'll be role-playing the entire town of Willoughby Falls, where nothing strange ever happens, and if it did seem strange, it's pretty normal for Willoughby. How y'all doing this evening, players?
Doing
Pretty good.
I am ready
Okay.
for the consequences of our actions.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. So, the last time your actions led you to almost going one-on-one with a drake on the top floor of the library, but he seemed to just dip to the shadows for a while. And after he left, you came upon a certain friend of Christopher. Christopher, who was it?
Yes. Him.
Okay, fine.
Leech.
Yeah, Leech. Leech. One Oscar Leech, professional investigator, private eye, came in and he was trying to offer a hand, but he seemed to actually have his shit together, which some of you seem to have a problem with. So you quickly left him to his old devices while he decided to go investigate the older areas in the archives of the library, kind of down in the basement. Upon going down there, you discovered a door that had a magic seal behind it, and after some rough trial and error, you did manage to open it up with your own magic, only to enter a tunnel where your magic did not work at all. Braving the darkness, you ended up lighting a torch and going down there and discovering an ancient seal that had been cracked in half that was, as you discovered, slowly siphoning any magic just in the general vicinity. And as you cracked open and went through, you realized a few other things, like the ghosts or specters of the people who had been involved in something called the burning of Parker Street. You proceeded to enter a large dome cavern with a small lump of stone in the center. And as you traveled through that cavern at about 2 feet of water, you realized that you were actually walking on a sea of skeletons. As you approached the actual lump, you discovered one Dante Wiggins and Eleanor Whitaker. On the dais itself was a siphon that was sucking magic out of any entity, as you quickly found out, because you all, or two of you, stepped on it. Any person who stepped on it would have the magic sucked out of them and held there, slowly having their magic drained out of them. And you piece together that magic was then fed into the seal. This was meant to keep something here that was intensely powerful. And as you begin to contemplate the ramifications of having something so powerful now released into the world, it was at that moment the drake that you encountered before decided to attack. It was rough, but you killed it. Some of you taking a few things away from yourself that you'll never get back again. One of you having to dig real deep and try to just blast the hell out of this drake, and one of you almost getting sucked into the sea of skeletons himself, Christopher, only to be pulled out by one Magma, the Crossroads demon, wearing a lederhosen, eating schnitzel. But with one final blow, the drake went down. Unfortunately, during the fight, Dante Wiggins, the actual Dante Wiggins, was swallowed and subsequently killed, you think, due to his own weakened state and the fact that he was swallowed and whole by a drake. But you were able to save the actual Eleanor Whitaker, who is now in the arms of Callum. And that's where we find the three of you deep underground in this what was a prison. The only literal light that you have right now is just the soft green light of this 12 torches that will surround the sigil itself. What a Tuesday, right?
I've always
Yeah.
hated Tuesdays.
Oh, that's rough.
So I believe that the last thing that Eleanor said was, wait, that's not a dragon.
That's correct.
Okay. So Samantha, who is like so physically weak that I believe where we left off, Christopher is holding her up.
Yep.
She just very eloquently, in that very calm, cool, and collected manner of hers, just says, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
In your arms, Callum, you feel Eleanor like flinch, and she is about 2 steps shy of just being skin and bones. Like, she has been kept barely alive by this thing, and you see her kind of like roll herself into you, like trying to protect herself from the shouting.
I'm sorry, I wasn't shouting at you. I was shouting about the situation. I'm very tired. My feet hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, she is not looking very good, y'all.
Think we need to get back up.
I'm thinking the same thing. Hopefully nothing's barred our exit back.
I look at my little constructed wall of non-corporeal skeletons. Yeah, we should be able to get through that. It'll be fine.
So do you all exit the cavern?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm helping Samantha all the way up.
Thank you.
So you all, and the water is still there, and you manage to get out of the water itself. It's still a little bit as you get back to the cavern entrance as it starts sloping up, but you slowly start sloshing out of the water, and now it's only touching the bottom of the soles of your feet. And then you get to the back of the sigil. It's still open. And Samantha, you realize as you're looking around you, you don't see any of the spirits before as you're exiting. They seem to have dissipated for the time being. But you exit throughout the seal and make your way up the long sloping path. It's a bit rough going after a while because you realize that it was a very steady slope downwards, and now none of you are exactly in the absolute best of shape. Who is Callum carrying Eleanor?
Yeah, she'd be carrying her.
Okay. It is a bit slow going for the three of you for a bit. And you're not sure how much time has passed. I'm going to freely allow Christopher to just make another torch out of like a bone that he found and whatever rags he's got on him.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn it, I rip off like one of my sleeves of my shirt that was most likely already ruined. So just be like, okay, just use this now.
It's like 5, 10. It's almost 15 minutes before you start seeing the light that is the actual archives itself. And you manage to get up and out of it. It's quiet. You don't see anyone. And Callum, Eleanor starts like coughing in your arms and kind of like holding herself. She's shivering. And in the light of just like the warm light of the atrium, she gives Samantha a run for her money as far as being very pale at the moment.
We definitely need to get her medical attention, but how do we explain this to a hospital?
Frankly, I don't think we should be going to a hospital at this rate. Samantha, I think we're gonna have to call in some backup.
Are you willingly submitting to me calling Grandma?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Call Grandma.
That's like she does not make any like jokes about that. She's like, oh, that means he's serious.
Who are we talking about here?
Oh my God. Christopher, you haven't met Donna.
Who's Donna?
Donna's grandma. Grandma with a capital G.
She is everyone's grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll pull out my little flip phone, and she's the first one on speed dial.
Here's a question before you make that call. Do you
Okay.
want to make this call and summons from the library?
We might want to go home. Your associate is probably still in the stacks, Christopher.
I forgot. Yeah, that's fair.
Unless you want him to come with us.
No.
Okay. I was offering. I was trying to. I got a headache. Don't yell at me. I'm sad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just.
All right. So, is the plan for two of you to go see Grandma Thatch, and one of you go see Mr. Leach?
I think we all want to go to the house together. I think the question is if we're bringing Leach with us. Are we kidnapping him? He seems knowledgeable, as much as I loathe to admit it.
You want to bring him? That's fine.
Here's what I'm going to do. Christopher.
Yes.
As a researcher, do you truly believe that you, as someone who's done a lot of research on shit like this and written a lot of books, do you truly think you have all of the information on this case?
I do not. So I think I do need help. And Leech is the only.
Is. If you're willing to deal with him, if you all three want to go, go.
Let's bring Leech along. He will be able to help.
Okay, you go grab him and we'll get Eleanor set up in the car. And like Samantha kind of detaches from Christopher's side. She seems a little steadier on her feet, but she's definitely like, she spent a lot of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Samantha's a lot colder than she used to be, by the way, Christopher.
I'm keeping that in the back of my head.
You got it, bud. No worries.
Yet another secret.
Oh, so many.
I will.
So, two of you head over to the car. Leach did say that he was going to be over in the nonfiction section. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Condescendingly, but yes.
Yeah, and that's where you do find him dressed in his tweed, always still smoking his vape pipe, still curling his goatee underneath his mouth and still going, yes, plowing through different books.
Leech?
Ah, Mr. Watson. I was wondering, would you join me?
We just got done with a terrible thing here, and we need...
You look like hell.
With my sleeve off and holding a burnout torch in the other hand.
You're holding a whole femur.
Yeah. You don't know the half of it. Look, coming across some stuff here that I think we need your help and expertise, and you're hoping you come with us.
That's a gold mine here, don't you see? Look at this. He pulls out another book and just kind of tosses it to you.
I grab the book and look at it.
Those are all the records of everyone who died in the burning of Parker Street. It was way in the back.
Flip it open and go to the back.
Yeah, in fact, there is a list in really old, worn out, slightly scorched parchment. That is a detailed list of about 60 or so people that died in that fire.
Oh, wow. So, 60. This is very interesting. Good find.
This is why people hire me. Mm-hmm, yes.
But yes, we have a feeling about who's done this sort of thing, and no, you're not going to believe us because I know we came across a drake down there, and apparently there's also a dragon as well.
You see him kind of fold his arms, but his hand never truly leaves the pipe as he takes a puff off of it, just staring at you intently.
And we believe that they might have stuff to do with the whole the burning of Parker Street and what's been going on recently. So that's my end of stuff I dealt with a while ago. But
So you think the burning of Parker Street has something to directly connect to all of these descendants of the three founders?
Exactly.
Are you saying that the Parker Street burning, what are you saying that was?
Because we saw that Dante Wiggins was a drake or something, that dragon, whatever. We just know they might have something to do with it, and we're still trying to figure out what's going on with it and why this could happen.
I guess so. I'll leave you with this, Christopher, because I'm going to stay here a bit longer. I love the smell of dusty old homes. What was the burning of Parker Street?
What was the burning of Parker Street?
It is a fire that lasted 7 days and took over 60 lives, and yet he's going, puts his hands out towards the history section. All I know is that there was a fire that took lives, but the details are nothing. So I think that you should be your next few queries. Yeah?
Yes, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Perfect. So, taps his pipe up on the bottom of his shoe. Shit. Forgot.
Yeah, don't do that in here.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm not going to be here much longer. But I bid you adieu. I'll be here. Just a man lost in the depths of a labyrinthian maze of information.
I just roll my eyes and start heading back to the car.
Do take in more sunlight. You're looking a little peaky.
I've had like a bunch of college papers to do, and I just started walking back to the car, not saying anything. Don't.
You. But yes, you make it back to the car.
Oh, good, Christopher. Are you blushing?
I just turning off the car, have a little bit of heat burn from the torch. Yes, that's what it is.
Okay. I couldn't tell if it was like angry blush or like embarrassed blush, or my eyes are playing tricks on me. Did we got Eleanor all settled? Callum, would you sit in the back with her?
Yeah, sure thing. I got the heat cranked up and everything.
Excellent.
Did you
Okay.
wait? Did you say heat cranked up or AC?
Mine, yeah, it's the heat. It's heating up.
It is summer.
Well, but she's practically shivering over here.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
no, she is, in fact, shivering like a
that's
fuzzy maraca.
okay. That's
So
okay.
many
Never
words.
mind. Okay, that's skip.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay,
Wow, guys.
I give her my sweater. Now I feel bad.
As well.
No, she is a fuzzy maraca. You're correct. Never mind. All right.
You're going to have to give me directions, Samantha, on how to get to her house, your house, or.
Yeah, it's my house. Okay, take a left and keep going until I say otherwise.
Okay.
And I'm GPS. I just turn right at the other gas station in town.
It is small enough to say that, yeah. Turn right at the defunct candy store.
I will like thumb in a quick text to Grandma, just coming in hot.
you get, with all capital letters, smoking.
Oh, Grandma. That's very in character. Damn you.
So would you like, as we settle down in front of this little suburban area, in front of the Thatcher household, would you like to describe the Thatcher household to the outside for us, please?
So the Thatcher household is like a 1-story technically. It definitely has a peaked attic space that you can see from the outside. It's got a covered porch in the front. It's essentially just a happy little cottage surrounded and almost overtaken by vegetation. It seems like it is more garden than house. There is a happy little fence around the outside that the top of it might be a little sharper than your average picket fence, almost like when you sharpen sticks to make a pit in like war games. So it's a very pastoral view, but there is something just barely off about it that makes you feel a little wary walking up to it. Like, is this really a good idea? It is primarily stone and wood, with a surprising amount of sunflowers.
All right. So as you enter the house, that is much hotter than I expected, God. Oh my goodness. Everyone come on in. Come on in. I'm just going to put a photo in general so we have a general frame of reference because I don't know how to describe this woman other than this.
Grandma.
There you go.
Yep.
Yes, that is exactly my grandmother.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes.
And you see G Thatch, a woman probably in her late 70s at this point, just wearing like a simple white apron, brown dress, got a little bit of a sweater hanging over her, 2 black cats on either shoulder, and she has fake black cat ears, which you might be there on purpose or not, but she does have her hair tied up into a bow. Okay, when you say coming in hot, I didn't think you were coming in this hot. Like, you like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. I haven't even gotten the silverware out yet. Okay, no, everyone come in. Oh my God, she doesn't look good.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said coming in hot. There's a bit of a situation going on, and
health-wise.
Yeah,
A bit
Grandma,
more than that, but yeah.
I gesture to Callum. Callum is here of his own free will. In fact, he suggested bringing her here.
Oh, Callum, I know you'd warm up to me eventually.
There are some extenuating circumstances, but sure, yeah, let's go with that.
Excellent. Pat you on the cheek. Now put it down over here on the couch, and it is it's a couch kind of like ripped straight out of the 80s. That really weird centrifugal, looks like you're looking through a kaleidoscope design that's weirdly brown and red in spots. It just doesn't, it's not great, but it's really comfortable. And as you lay Eleanor down there, G Thatch just kind of like rolls up her sleeves, like, all right. Now, before I do anything, what has occurred to her?
Well, I believe she had basically most of her, magicalness sucked out of her by an ancient siphon that was meant to contain a dragon. Yeah, by the way, there's a dragon that's probably on the loose.
We might have killed a drake.
Did you get its eyes?
We didn't have time. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was hoping to mix soup. Okay, so, all right.
We didn't want to bring her to a hospital, and this is beyond my knowledge, experience, and capabilities.
Oh, no. I completely understand. I think... You, Silver Fox, like snaps her fingers and points at Christopher. There's a pot of stew on the stove. Can you bring me a bowl, please?
Sure. And I start like opening cabinets looking for bowls. And and then trying to bring her a bowl of
It's
stew.
the one, left from the sink. Left from the sink. No, that's the junk drawer.
Yep. Sorry.
Don't stick your hand in the junk drawer. She will pull out a pad and paper and do a couple of quick sketches. Callum, can you go out to the garden and fetch me these 3 flowers?
Yeah, I can do that. And he'll poke out, and he's gonna go fetch those real quick.
And Samantha, I'm gonna need the really big pipe.
Oh, the really big pipe?
The really big pipe.
Okay, she moves with a little more urgency than before, which is saying something.
Mm-hmm. All right, my dear. Well, they're not looking. And she's gonna do some big magic when the 3 of you are out.
I think we just got. I think we just got Shrek'd. Blue flower, red thorn.
Oh my God, we did.
No, never. What do you mean? All right, let's see how Grandma does with some moves here. All right. So it's interesting. Despite all of your best efforts and how quickly you seem to move within this house, the 3 of you are kind of surprised that y'all come back to the living room at the exact same time. It was only a few minutes, but you're like, oh God, finally found a bowl in all this mess, and here's the soup. All right, coming to get it. Oh, where's the big pipe? Where's the big pipe? She has 3 big pipes. And Callum, God bless your green thumb, the one that you surprised that you had, oh, this is the right one. It's like first try. Damn, dude. And you do come back. You see, Grandma Thatcher just cleaning her hands on her apron, and you see Eleanor Whitaker looking a lot less pale and clutching the side of her face. What you see is has a red handprint on it, and she just looks and she's just shocked, ow, what's happening? And Grandma Thatcher's that's all you really needed was a slight pick-me-up. Don't worry about it. Ah, great, soup. And she'll take the bowl from Christopher, excellent, and start eating it.
Grandma, we talked about this. You can't just slap people.
Well, that's exactly what I needed to do. Oh, thank you, Callum. Always so sweet. She will set up the flowers in an elaborate display in a little jar, pour some water in it, and set it beside the actual couch near where Eleanor is. And she'll take the extra big pipe and light it for herself. Magic like that always takes something out of me. I always need to get it back as soon as I can. Thank you all for your assistance.
I know that the last time I said that would be the last time, but this is really the last time you're going to get people to do stuff like that for you.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Okay. Eleanor, how are you feeling?
I feel like I was dragged out of a dragon's den, then had this shit slapped into me. Not out. Ow.
Would you like some stew?
Oh, I couldn't eat if I wanted to. I feel really full. See her stretching her arms, that's so odd. And Grandma's just smoking a bit more. Excellent soup. And go back for the soup. Don't worry, she'll be just fine. I had to give her a nudge before I did anything else. It's fine. Look. Gestures vaguely, she's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I trust you. Eleanor, do you feel up to some questions?
I suppose.
I guess the first one, and I look at the other two like, I didn't anticipate being able to ask these so quickly. How long were you down there?
Well, what day is it?
I give her the date.
Beautiful. Oh. By the gods, I must have been down there for almost 8 weeks.
8 weeks?
Okay. Was Dante down with you the entire time? Or was he there before?
Dante was down there?
After?
What?
Yes.
I'm
Dante
sorry,
Wiggins.
as far as being down there, I was just in pain. I don't remember anything else. Of being down
Do you remember how you got down there in the first place?
Well, not down there, but I do know why it happened.
Do tell.
Well, I was in charge of the library. And that entails making sure that certain things never got out of it. And I failed in that duty.
You were in charge of keeping a dragon down there.
Yes.
So it's a dragon that was imprisoned and not the drake?
No. It was a dragon.
Do you know the history behind the dragon being here? I mean, being trapped?
Of course I do. It's part of being a Whittaker.
I settle in for story time.
Yep.
Well, she's kind of like looking down at her hands. It doesn't seem like she's willing to give up more information at the moment.
I know that it is hard to feel like you are parting with family secrets. But the proverbial cat is out of the bag, as it were. We need to know how we can put the toothpaste back in the tube, in a manner of speaking.
You're probably gonna have to make a roll here.
Wow!
Yeah!
Manipulate.
I'm guessing that that is a cool roll. Question mark. No, charm. Silly me.
Sorry, no, I was like, that sounds right, but I feel like it's incorrect. Like, that makes total sense.
Our minds literally hit like the same wavelengths at the same moment where we're like, yeah, wait, no.
This sounds perfectly correct to me. I'm so wrong.
That's an 11.
All right.
So charming.
Wait, why does it keep opening? What is happening? Sorry, no, I have the same PDF opening like 3 times. It's becoming a problem. All right. All right. Okay. You see her kind of like wince and gotta hold her head in her hands for a moment and just... A family member of the Whitakers is always chosen to run the library as a result of a very old agreement. We are explained that this dragon is a highly dangerous entity and it should be kept where it is. I do not know if there's a way to put it back. I don't think anyone in our line would know now, and if the ones that do know are currently beyond our reach or dead. I'm not even sure why you found me down there. What has been going on?
Multiple family members, not of yours, but possibly. It's been people who've been distantly related to the founding families have been dying.
And
Of what?
as
Being murdered.
Yeah, as the Whitakers, Wiggins, and not Wallaby. I messed it up. Willoughby Wallabies. The Willoughbys. It did happen. You cursed me. The Willoughbys, as all three members of those families have been murdered, their murderers have been spontaneously combusting with no seeming cause until we found evidence that it had to do with draconic influence, which we followed to the conclusion of it must be a drake. And apparently, we were a little bit off the mark.
Sorry, when you're told to keep something quiet from a very young age, it becomes innate.
Take your time. But
the founding fathers, the three of them, and the lines that have followed are the very accomplished in various schools of magic. Yes, they fled Europe. They fled the colonies and they went as far west as they could reasonably. They did so with an ally, dragon, who they had befriended. They found this location, they found a wonderful spot for them to settle down with their magically inclined families, but they realized without protection of some sort, they would come to ruin again. So they promised this dragon a home for their horde in exchange for a blessing, if you will, over the area that it would become Willoughby Falls. I don't know as of the reason to yet. All of the tomes that she had taken with her were sort of in a magical black hole that you could pull them out and in of, but as soon as she had a home, she took all these tomes out and more or less went to sleep. The goal was to keep giving her tomes even as she slept to add to the horde, and the seal would never go away. But they weren't adding anything as far as I'm aware. The tale goes in many different directions. My grandfather told me one version, my grandmother told me another. A great-grandfather on a deathbed said none of it was true, and to listen to his tale before he let out a last gasp, supposedly. But the dragon had enough of something and was going to lash out, and the three founders and the dragon fought for, as recorded, the 7 days of the burning of Parker Street, which you all seem to be keen of, judging by your expressions. Not many people in the town know it.
It's come up a few times.
The fight lasted for 7 days, and they managed to seal the dragon under what was the ruins of her home. And that was that. Willoughby Falls is built on the ashes of what Parker Street was, and now there's a new main street, but Parker Street's still there. They needed something to hide the seal, and that's why we have the Parker Street Library. And the Whitakers took charge of Parker Street because the other two were in charge of other things that I'm not keyed to or aware of. Our families don't talk. In fact, I hadn't seen Dante in years. She kind of like curls back into herself, kind of like hugging her knees, but
What happened 8 weeks ago?
she like hugs herself tighter and just shakes her head.
I'll sit next to her on the shabby little couch and put a very gentle hand on her shoulder. Whatever happened, it's not fair that anyone is born into a responsibility like this. And I'm sorry for the burden it presented to you. And if you let us, we might be able to alleviate a bit of that burden by carrying it between all of us. We want to help you for no other reason than it is the right thing to do.
I have nothing more to say.
Okay. Well, for now,
Well,
why
before
don't
you say
you-
anything, the
Oh.
other two of you, do you want to do something after hearing that?
I'm just thinking to myself, and I'm just going to go ahead and relook through the text that Leech gave me. While you're reading,
The only thing
Okay.
he gave you was that book with the
the list of
the list.
Okay.
Yep.
But I'm just thinking of plans on how to be able to stop this from happening anymore, basically.
Yeah.
For the most part, I think Callum's still trying to absorb this information for the most part. Right now, I think he'll sidle over to Samantha and just like give her a little nudge, and he'll kind of gesture to like he'll tap his forehead a little and give Eleanor a bit of side eye. And he's basically gesturing to see if she can catch any surface thoughts regarding the last 8 weeks.
Samantha looks like she thinks about it really hard, because seeing someone so fragile makes, and like so resistant to tell them what they want to know, who is not their enemy, makes going into her mind feel really, really, really wrong. But there's something inside of Samantha that seems to have not woken but kind of stirred in its sleep, that is itching for her to gain all the secrets that she can possibly contain. And so with a very slight dip of her chin, she will attempt to use her telepathy in some form to see if she can glean anything from Eleanor.
Christopher, you do see all of this.
Do think it's a good idea, but at the same time, I just look at Samantha with a look and just like, if you're going to do this, be careful. That's all I ask.
Her face is carefully blank. Like that quick flash over her face of, it was almost like you guys could read what she was thinking as like the guilt kind of flowed through and out of her. And now she's just kind of a blank canvas. Would this be investigate a mystery, read a bad situation? Would it be considered manipulate someone?
This will be investigate, but I'm gonna have you make 2 rolls. I'm gonna have you roll to investigate a mystery, and then act under pressure to see how deep you're actually willing to go.
So that is 9 for investigate a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And a failure for my act under pressure roll.
Okay. So the act under pressure is how careful you're actually being, because you also do hunger for secrets.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Ask your question.
Okay. It's always hard to phrase these with like the questions that they give you, so I want to make sure that I'm being as thoughtful about
Also,
it as
it's
I
not
can.
things go to hell in this circumstance. It's not like, what the hell you were doing in my mind?
No. I got you.
Yeah.
Just how well this goes.
How tender you're being when you're just like, don't want to upset anything. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Secrets, give me her. What did you say in your 3rd grade classroom?
I suppose the only thing that I can really ask is what is hidden here? Like, what is being concealed? What is she trying to hide?
Okay. So you look at Eleonora and feel your mind press against hers. Every mind feels different. They're always colored different. They always taste different. Like different sensations are just part of telepathy a lot of the time. Eleonora is like the gentlest goldenrod you've probably ever seen as you're going through her mind. It is a mind that loves knowledge, learning, and seeking new things. And as far as her own magical ability, it's the way she compartmentalizes her brain. She's probably, for mental magic, she's probably pretty good. You don't know because you've never seen her do anything, but she's a very cerebral mage. So while you are pretty good at telepathy, you do realize her mind is very compartmented. Like, there are things that no matter how good you should be at getting to them, she has them locked down tight. And as you're going through these different avenues of her mind, you do see a memory that looks like it's behind jail bars, like locked tight, but you're able to see through the bars, and off in the distance, you do see Eleonora in front of the seal, uncracked, with just a flashlight leaning against it. And she's laughing.
Is there a way that I think I could get through the bars, regardless of how delicate I would have to be? Like, is it a situation where Samantha's the shark, she can smell the blood, she sees the target, and she cannot stop? Or... No,
I'm actually trying to think if you have an actual way, like mechanics-wise, to get through someone's mental barriers. I'll let you roll kick some ass, but that would definitely tick up. More than likely either tick violence or portal and approach control for the dark side. You're hungering for secrets and you found one that's pretty legitimate, but if you truly wish to dig into her brain, because that, with a 6 on the act under pressure, she's going to be fully aware that you're in there, given what she does. That's all about how much you don't give a fuck about her knowing about it and how much you want to get in.
That's the thing, because while Samantha wants secrets, she knows that you can coax more flies with honey than with vinegar. For the moment, she is going to pull back and kind of shake her head a little, and she's going to stand just a little too quickly for it to be casual.
Before you stand up, Eleonora is looking you dead in the face, and she looks horrified.
Samantha's response to that horror is just to smile a little bit. Oh, honey, you're not the first person to look at me like that. You won't be the last. And I am out of the room.
I'm going to follow Samantha.
Yep, Callum will go ahead and follow in tow.
The only thing the three of you hear behind you is the sound of Eleonora's sobbing.
Being evil is hard.
G-Thatch is in the kitchen. You see her chopping up a tuber. You cannot identify it. Perhaps you choose not to.
Don't make direct eye contact with it. It will steal your soul.
It'll steal your toenails. I trained you better than that.
No, Samantha does not stop in the kitchen. She heads out through like the garden gate, essentially, because she cannot breathe. And she's trying to like sort her thoughts appropriately to try and like, she feels racked with guilt. She feels horrible. She feels disgusting, but it's kind of that addict mindset of, okay, how do I get what I want? What is standing between my goal and me right now. She is not retreating necessarily. She is regrouping.
Cool. To the other two of you, Samantha booked it out of that room and outside.
Yeah,
Address it as you will.
Yeah. I followed immediately outside and just like, Samantha, what was that?
I was doing my job, Christopher.
Samantha, that was...
What? What was it?
What did you see and why did she react that way? It looks like you... I don't know what happened in her mind, but it looked like that wasn't okay.
When is crawling into someone's mind ever going to be okay, Christopher? But that's what I do, okay? It is who I am, and it is what I do, and what I saw was her standing in front of those gates, in front of that seal, and laughing. And I want nothing more than to rip that brain of hers open like a baggie and see what is sloshing around in its contents. But that is not smart. That is not the clever thing to do. And I am not stupid. I can't be stupid. So I need to think about how to get her to give up one of the most closely guarded secrets of her life without breaking it.
It looks like to me you almost already did.
The key word there is almost. It's still there. The shell of the egg has not cracked, but I need to figure out how to get the yolk out. You've seen Samantha get into kind of focus mode. You guys study together a reasonable amount, and she has gone to some weird places when she is engrossed.
Mm-hmm.
This is bordering on obsession.
Samantha, we do need to get that information, but it's just, I think me and Callum should talk to her other than you about this. She's not most likely going to talk to us if you're around.
At that, she does pause, and like genuine hurt flashes across her face before it goes like blank blank. Do what you want. We're professionals.
Samantha,
you might have better luck. Let me know if you need me for anything.
Samantha, wait.
No, go. It's fine. She's trying very hard to sound very normal right now. Nope, no, you're right. You're right. Give it a try. You guys are better with people than I am.
I'm sorry, I should not have said that, but I'll let you know the next steps. And I'm just going to walk back in to the house.
Callum grimaces as he watches Christopher walk back in. I had to be too hard on her. I was kind of the one who goaded her into doing that.
I know, but there's ways of going around it. But we need to. Let's go ahead and find this information, and before we do anything, I think I have an idea, but I want to know what happened.
I think that might be a good start. You got any soup left, Grandma?
You look around the kitchen, she's not in there.
Where'd she? I thought I just saw her. Whatever. I'm just gonna go rooting around. He's gonna go and see if there's any like fresh stew on the stove or anything in the fridge that can be plated up.
Two things. There is a stew. It's not the same one. And the fridge, as you touch it, you feel like a soft tingle in your hand that a deep, like, part of your soul goes, you shouldn't open this. And you kinda, like, yeah.
Callum is gonna listen to that part of his soul.
Yeah.
He's gonna take his hand away.
Yeah, and you feel another part of yourself being like, good idea. And you realize that whatever spell is on this, its only job is to be like, this is your one warning.
Okay.
Yes. don't be going into Grandma Thatcher's fridge. Just a generalized idea.
What does the stew smell like?
Pumpernickel. Smells like pumpernickel bread.
Yeah, it's probably edible. He's gonna go ahead and pour some of that into a bowl.
It melts through the bowl and onto the floor.
Okay.
You can't tell if the bowl is wood or if you need a metal one, but the real question is, do you want to risk it? It's like a slightly off puce color. It's got like vibrant vegetables in it, though. I think they're vegetables.
You know what?
You also thought that was a tuber, but you know, it's fine.
That might actually be a base for a potion or something. I'm just gonna improvise. He'll reach into his coat and pull out his last bag of Willoughby Scout cookies, and he's gonna head back into that room.
I cannot stress enough. Those are so gone. It's been like 3 weeks. Oh, no. That's so nasty. I'm here for it. Let's do this.
Christopher looks a little disgusted at it when he sees the Scouts cookies.
No, it's fine. It's like the moist donuts. It's fine. As you enter the living room, you see two things. Grandma Thatch is sitting on the couch, got her chin resting on her clasped hands, looking heavily concerned. And the front door is open.
Oh, shit.
You do not see Eleanor.
How long ago did she book it?
Oh, about a minute or two ago.
On foot?
Oh, well, at least until she left the door.
I'll immediately go for the door and start running out there.
I mean, you run out to the street and you don't see any sign of her.
Damn it.
Well, shit.
We need to find this dragon. Yeah, and I'm immediately going to go. I'm going to start my car and Callum, go ahead and get Samantha.
All right, I'll be over in a few.
We're leaving.
He will head over and check in on her.
And I have a question.
Hi, what's the question?
Is Samantha still there?
Yes, she is. Definitely the urge to like run off and hide is like very deeply ingrained in her as the weird child that was bullied. But she's like, nope, I am a grown-up, and that's not how you deal with grown-up problems. But she is like frantically scribbling in that little notebook of hers, and you've noticed that she's started she's filled it out horizontally, and so she has flipped it, so she is writing over her previous writing vertically now. And she's desperately, seems like she's trying to figure something out. But as soon as she sees Callum, she tucks away the notebook and kind of like wipes at her face and is like, "What'd you get?"
A whole boatload of nothing. She poofed.
She's gone?
Yep, afraid so.
Okay. Okay, we got options. And she will walk sweeping past Callum, being pulled along by her train of thought.
All right, talk to me.
So we can either completely take her out of the equation and just try and find the what and not the why. Or we can track her down and suss out the what and where from the why. Then in that instance, the question is, where does she feel safe? It can't be the library. That might be her number one place normally, but it has been compromised. Just as she feels her own brain has been compromised, she needs a safe space.
Let's go ahead and switch gears for now. He'll put a hand on her shoulder. Right now, we just need to assume that wherever she is, it's gonna be far out of our reach. Frankly, I don't really blame her at the moment, given everything that's going on. But at the same time, hopefully we got some leads that we can follow up on. Which begs the question, what exactly is the what then? In your eyes, at least.
The what is the dragon itself. The what is we need to find it and stop it, whatever that means. I don't know if that means killing it or trapping it or reasoning with it. I mean, if I were her, I don't know what I'd do. Imagine being locked underground and left to rot, to feed everyone else. You would want revenge, yes, but you'd want more than that. So I suppose we've slipped from what into why, right again. Maybe Christopher will have some insight.
Maybe.
At the very least, we got to go somewhere with information. There isn't... I look at Grandma. I love you, Grandma. There isn't information of the kind we need here.
About a dragon sealed underneath the city for hundreds of years to prevent a deep, dark secret of the town's founders from getting out?
I turn very slowly. What?
What?
What? You say that like you know something, or are you just picking up on what we're talking about through extrapolation?
I'm thinking about what you're talking about, because you just kind of rolled up saying coming in hot, and that was about it. So I've just been listening.
Do you know anything about the true events of the Parker Street fire?
I would start by talking to the people that were there.
Did they say everything was normal? just a run-of-the-mill fire that got out of control, or was there more to it?
Out of game, over the course of everything you've learned, the actual reason for the fire and the why it lasted so long is pretty much unknown to the general public. Eleanor was stating that it was because of the fight between the founders and the dragon. But
Yeah, no. Grandma, like, she's asking Grandma if the people who were there that she talked to have any separate insights or anything that might have, like, stood out as odd, even if it wasn't explicitly, there was a dragon.
no, not from what you remember.
Okay.
They were your first hints that it wasn't normal.
Okay. We're gonna try and go do some research.
Let me rephrase. This thing, judging by the brief understandings I can get from looking at your brains briefly, no offense, Callum, but there's a lot there. This thing's going through all the effort of killing every descendant of everyone that came from those three, right?
Yep.
Maybe the old folk haven't been killed off. Maybe they know something. Or maybe she's trying to kill them right now.
Samantha's eyes light up as though a match had just been struck behind her eyes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And she runs out to the car.
Yep, thank you, Grandma.
Did you eat my soup?
No, there's probably still some left on the ground, and he's got a bolt.
It wasn't soup.
This is why you're not allowed over.
It wasn't soup. What is it? Yeah. You guys book it to the car.
I'm getting it ready and... All right. So where are we heading to?
To the old folks' home.
I'm sorry, what?
You
As
heard.
I'm driving
Come
up-
on.
As I start driving to the old folks' home.
There's definitely an over 65 community in this town. I refuse to believe otherwise.
That's true.
They've tried to recruit Grandma so many times, and she's like, no, I hate old people.
Harrison B. Whitaker's last known gift to the community 60 years ago was the the quiet place. Folk for the elderly of Willoughby Falls to settle down for their last years. It's relatively cheap, mostly because Harrison Whitaker left so much money behind to allow for that, but the actual stay is pretty enjoyable. It's very comforting. The family can visit at all hours. It's very quiet. It's very peaceful. Not a lot of noise, birds chirping. You can hear the steady stream of the nearby river that goes through the place. They have a lovely backyard. Plenty of places for people to walk, see the sun, get some exercise, and it's a very quiet place. So Christopher, when your engine backfires, when you pull up on here, you're sure all of the orderlies at least heard that.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it goes that way sometimes. But as you all get up and see the double doors leading into the quiet place, yeah, here you are.
I get out of my car and just so are you going to fill me in why we're here?
Well, we're going to talk to the people that were there, to an extent.
But
people who know more.
Now, Christopher, I have to warn you, okay? You have to be real careful. These old folks, they're unpredictable. You never know what they're gonna do next. So just, keep on your toes.
Oh, wait. Oh, something was lost in translation here. Where? I'm going to be talking to ghosts.
What?
I thought we were all on the same page with that. Samantha, who did not share her line of thought even a little bit. This is where a large portion of the community comes when they're at the end of their life.
You know what? That's true, but still goes. Just be careful.
I'm just not going to say anything and just nod along, just like, okay, this is my life.
So I'm going to look around for some ghosts.
There are plenty, yeah. Plenty of them. Not all ghosts.
Can I try and investigate a mystery to see if any of them seem like they would be partial to around the proper age range to have been around town during the events of the fire?
I think we have a miscommunication here. The events of the fire were like in 1900.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You said that this was like one of their last things they gave.
No, this is just one of the Whitakers. I'm not talking about the town founders. A Whitaker donated this place.
I think I'm just very confused now.
What? You wanted to go visit the old folks' homes. One of the three main families in town, one of the Whitakers, donated his money to the founding of a quiet place for this old folks' home.
Uh-huh.
It's been around for about 60 years.
Not long enough for it to be the 19th.
Roger. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm understanding now.
We're in like 2020s at this point.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got wires crossed.
Yeah, I mean, there might be. I think you're kind of on the right track. I think where the wires got crossed was like find an older person with the last name of one of these three main families, just like alive and around town.
Let's see.
Okay, then we'll go that route.
We can still look here because that's where we are. If you want to find someone here.
Yeah, okay, so Samantha's like redirecting her thoughts. And
You're good.
well, we say that I point to Christopher. We are students. We are doing a historical paper on the fire. And we need to talk to associates of the founding families of the town.
That could work.
I look at Callum. Callum, can you look academic?
He'll look down at himself and he'll button up his jacket a little.
I hand him a spare, some spare reading glasses that I just happen to have on me. Maybe this will help.
That goes over his
thanks.
eye patch. You might as well have a monocle at that point. Samantha will look at him very critically for a minute and then just say, if anyone asks, you're the intern.
Yeah, sure. I got massive intern energy.
You have massive, looks like you can get us coffee energy.
Sure.
Unless you want to. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So you enter the quiet place. It's not as like stale as some other ones. Like it has very like a lovely burgundy walls. The carpet's really nice. It's really well maintained, and you see the front desk kind of immediately. You see like a bigger gentleman, like a button wind up shirt, kind of like scratching his chin, doing some paperwork, looking over a computer. He sees the three of you pull up. Hey, how can I help you? What can I do for you?
Hello, we are looking to do an interview. Like, she immediately goes into like a customer service kind of voice, and it's like weirdly sweet, and like it's just very strange for Samantha. I'm here with my professor and my other colleague. We are hoping to write a paper about some events that happened in town history, and we would love to interview some of the associated early founding family members of town. If you have anyone that would be willing to speak with us.
Well, I'm not actually from Willoughby. I gotta live outside of about town over. This is where I work. Founding family members, you got last names?
Yes. There's Willoughby, Whitaker, and Wiggins.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, let's see here. Mm-hmm. Yep. Looking like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then if yeah. Alright, let's see here. Looking pretty good.
My God.
Mm-hmm. No, that's too many eyes. That's too many eyes, yeah.
Too many eyes?
Does Whitaker have an E at the end?
No. Do you need me to spell it for you?
Whitaker
Blink,
doesn't
blink,
have
blink.
an E at the end? Or an R? What does it have it at the end? Oh, it is an R. Here we go.
It's an R at the end.
Yeah, there we go. Putting that in. And that's the first one. Yeah, getting results on the first one. What was the second one?
God. Samantha, fun fact about Samantha, she does a wonderful job keeping herself well groomed, and that includes a killer manicure, emphasis on killer, and she looks like she is ready to put it to use.
What was the second one?
Wiggins.
Oh, man, perfect. There we go. He's taking his time. You know, what's the rush? They're not going anywhere.
Character at a time.
Just typing with 2 fingers.
No, he's not hunting and pecking. He's just taking his time, double checking, then hitting enter and being like, yeah, got some more there. Let me write down their names. Annabelle has 2 L's. Yep. And the very last one for you.
Whitaker.
I just did Whitaker.
I thought you did Wiggins.
I just did Wiggins. You said the third one, right?
The first one. I'm getting messed up. There's Willoughby, Whitaker, and Wiggins.
Yeah, Willoughby. All right. There you go.
I just put my hand on Samantha to be like, hey, calm down.
The look, she turns and gives you like a look like if she were a cat, she would have bitten you already.
All right. So, here are the names. I believe 2 of them are in the yard. That's the Whitaker and the Wiggins. And the last one, Annabelle. I believe she's in a room. She doesn't like to leave it too much. Yeah, I think they all have a visitor too. That's interesting. Maybe y'all can all connect.
Samantha's fake syrupy smile has dropped, and she looks at the other 2.
Callum's smiling.
They each have visitors, you say?
Yeah, they do.
Colleagues, would you... I think it might be pertinent for us to, divide and conquer. And she's, like, trying to communicate with her eyes. Urgent, urgent, urgent. Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah.
Are you all right there? Well,
Yeah,
I have to manage to
no.
calm you down. Your friend's looking a little skittish all of a sudden there, Professor.
Did you just offer me drugs?
No,
Yeah.
I'm calling the police.
no, it's Samantha. Let's just Samantha.
I was
let's
just going to offer a Tylenol. I mean, look a little... It's all right, well... Well, have a good day. I suppose the door is on your left if you want to go to the yard. Door on the right leads to the rooms. Have a good day and have a nice visit.
Yeah, thank
Please leave
you.
by 7 p.m. and make sure not to take any food off anyone else's trays. You will be disciplined. Thank you.
I don't want to know what discipline means. I looked at the other two and I'm like, okay, who's going where?
I think I should take the Whitaker. I'll take Randall.
I'll go ahead and go after Willoughby then.
Okay, and I'll go with Christopher to talk to Mitchell, because they're both out in the yard. But,
Yep.
Callum,
Yeah.
whoever this visitor is, if you need help, you call immediately.
Like the duck calls that I brought up when we were going off to that camp thing, or phone call.
Phone call.
Phone call.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I still think we should, get that duck thing, duck call, kind of squared away at some point.
We
I
can
feel
talk
like
about it later.
All right. I'm just suggesting. And he'll trudge off after Willoughby.
I value and appreciate your contributions, but please have a little more urgency.
All right, so we will do the people outside first. So as you go outside, you start to look around and you realize something very, very important. As you gaze upon all of these people of elderly persuasion. You don't know what they look like.
Huh.
I was about to give the solution, and then I just hear.
That's not entirely true. We absolutely know what they look like. They look old.
Oh,
My
perfect.
strategy was going to see who had a visitor and focus there first.
Jimmy,
Just
I love you so much, man.
Killed me.
You know what? You're right. Perfect. Okay. Jimmy, get an experience point for making me
That
almost
was
start cry
beautiful.
laughing. Holy shit, dude. There you go, man. All right. So, your plan. Okay. So there are a few people here with visitors. You see an elderly couple, seemingly talking to about 3 or 4 individuals, probably their children, or maybe their grandkids. You don't really know. There's a couple of people talking one-on-one with different individuals. There are also a few elderly folk just playing a few games, playing chess, or just sitting and just feeding ducks the correct thing. And there's some just going for a walk.
If I investigate a mystery, can I look for anyone who... Okay, this is gonna sound very silly. There are 3 of these founding senior family members. At the library, there were 3 cats. I'm looking for someone who is visiting who gives off the same vibes as those cats.
There were 4 cats.
Where's Forecast?
I think we killed one of them.
Nope.
Oh, we didn't.
No.
Well, I'm still looking for like a vibe of something off,
Sure.
if I could.
For a vibe. Read a bad. That would be read a bad.
Like,
situation.
yeah, like using my telepathy to read a bad situation.
Yep.
That's another failure. I get more experience. Yay!
Yeah, you're doing it. Look at you.
I have another improvement.
As you stretch out your mind over this crowd, you feel a sudden pressure kind of go over your brain. It's that same pressure you felt before, but it's not coming from here. It feels like it's settling from the sky above you and kind of like settling down. It's this thin layer of buzz that you had before. It's kind of blocking your perception a bit. You kind of recognize it, but you're also kind of going, oh, there's nothing wrong here, except I'm just getting that itch in the back of my mind. But as you kind of stretch out your mind, you realize it's not just covering this old folks' home. It's stretching off into a pretty great distance. Like it didn't start from here, it's stretching to here and going over it.
Roger that. Okay, then if I can't determine anyone who seems particularly off, I guess it's good old-fashioned, excuse me, Mr. Wiggins, excuse me.
That's not my name. That's not my name.
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah, going through.
That's not my name.
That's not my name. That's not my name.
Hey, isn't it? Christopher.
Yes.
What would you do in this time of looking around and figuring stuff out?
Is there another member of the staff or anything like that out here?
Yeah, there's like 6 or 7 staff members all helping out as needed. Or like 2.
See, that's why you're the smart one.
Yeah, there's a younger woman who's just watching over everybody. Hello, how can I help you?
Yes, hi there. My name is Christopher Watson. I am actually here on purpose of doing some research. We were hoping to speak to a Mitchell Wiggins or a Randall Whitaker. Do you happen to know where they currently are? And we were told
something. Wait, are you Professor Watson?
Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness, I've read all of your books. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, Mitchell, it's really nice to meet you. One moment. Yeah, Mitchell Wiggins is right over there. I don't have anything for you to autograph. I feel so embarrassed. I didn't think you'd be here. I don't think you would be. Okay. Right over there. Like she gestures to an older man who's kind of sitting underneath one of the trees, just feeding the ducks.
Okay.
I will be around and back with a something. Oh my god, I'm gonna freak. And then you see her like scurry off inside.
I think to myself, I have fans? And they like me?
You are a published professor of ancient lore.
Yeah.
Go on, get him, boy.
Oh my god.
Samantha, you saw that.
Oh no.
Literally, she will go back over to him and just say, I hope you found something, and also, I hope it was worth it to make Leech so jealous. I'm gonna tell him next time I see him.
I'm just going to walk.
Jealous about your publishing. What'd you think I was talking about?
Not a word.
Nice.
Success. Yeah, you see Mitchell Wiggins. He's probably in his very late 70s at this point, but looks in like decent health. He's just kind of smiling. It's a bright sunny day. Just kind of leaned back, his eyes slightly closed.
Excuse me, Mr. Wiggins?
Oh, hello. Oh, opens his eyes and stretches a little bit. How are you?
I'm doing just fine here. I am Christopher Watson, and I am doing a paper on some events in town, and we were hoping to get a few words from you about what you might possibly know since it's involving your families. your family.
You see him sniff, like a deep, long sniff, and writing a paper, huh? Is that why you smell that death? You see him kind of close an eye and kind of give you like a sly look.
Give
Yeah.
Christopher a look.
All right, okay, so to clear something. Are you there, Samantha, or are you still looking for Randall Whitaker?
Oh, I followed after him, but I can keep looking for Randall if that's
No,
the vibe.
I didn't know. Just clarifying. Because I thought this was a one-on-one. Because he walked off. I didn't know if you were chasing after him or not. Just making sure.
I'm annoying, so of course I chased after him after
Oh my God.
I made him upset.
Perfect. But go ahead and continue then.
Well, what do you mean? I smell like death.
You smell like you just clawed out of a pit. A dark one of that. No paper. You see him like stand up and kind of like brush himself off. Okay, and he like kind of like shoots the ducks away, like scutter away. And you see him kind of like square up to you. I mean, sure, he has kind of like an older arch and stuff like that, but he has one eye closed, and you see like a brilliant blue eye, looking you up and down. Now, what you want?
We are doing research on what happened with the Parker Street fires.
It was a fire. It's self-explanatory, boy.
We know about what happened with the dragon.
Begging your pardon, there ain't nothing to know about nothing.
It's on the. Have you been reading the news lately about the immolations that's been happening?
Sad tale happening to sad people. It's Willoughby Falls.
The dragon escaped.
Well, if they are real, and I highly doubt they are, and you see that eye kind of like is looking you up and down, Samantha. You see him squint a bit. I wouldn't worry about myself too much. That seems like a problem for a different group of individuals.
They're going after the families, and we want to be able to stop the dragons. We just want more
Dragon
information.
boy.
But
They don't exist. I don't know why you're digging into an old man's business, but he just wants to feed some ducks. Everything all right there, Mitchell? You see a different gentleman, a little bit taller, a little bit thinner, much longer hair, kind of like slightly balding in the middle like that. He's got like a longer beard that still seems well trimmed, and you see him kind of limp over with a cane. The two brilliant green eyes, and it gives you both a wide smile. You're making friends again, are you? How you both doing today?
I wish I could say I was better. Might you possibly be Randall Whitaker?
That's me. In and out.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And I look at Christopher and I nod towards Mitchell, like implying, hey, stick with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then look to Randall and just, I was wondering if I could have a moment of your time.
Anything you can say to Randall here, you can say in front of me. I believe that's vice versa. We've known each other all our lives. Old friends.
We recently spoke to a family member of yours about the matter of the library.
Oh! The old Parker Street. Place is due for a renovation. I do say so. Easier. Like Randall chuckling to himself.
We saw the original, let's call them foundational flaws.
You see Whitaker like squint, smile kind of fading a bit before going, wow.
If you want, I
too
can...
deep and
sorry,
found a whole bunch of things, didn't you?
Indeed. If you want, I can keep being cute and coy, or we can cut right to the center of things.
Well, young lady, whatever you found down there is no longer something we can help with.
Oh, we found nothing. That's the problem.
Not who was being cute, says Mitchell.
I'm always cute. This is very, very serious, and it has already claimed a lot of people's lives.
Why are you gone quiet? And he said, Mitchell looks over at Christopher.
I'm just letting her speak her mind. She is obviously on the same track of mind as I am, so...
There she is. One of you seems to be looking for information, the other one seems to be implying.
I want to know what I need to know. And she sounds very firm, but there's almost like a kind of pleading desperation to it, if that makes sense.
We are looking for what was under the library. It has escaped.
Speak it.
We know about the dragon, Whitaker. Mr. Whitaker.
I believe that that's your family's purview, specifically.
Oh, I believe it's part of my family's purview. I was never involved in that directly. They always chose the more prominent of us to go sit in the chair and pretend there's nothing underneath them. Once they made that choice, everyone else just went about their way.
How close are you to Eleanor? If you know her at all. I know that it's a big and widespread family.
All of them are. Eleanor was a brat child the last Christmas I saw her, which was about 10 years ago. Brat, laughing, smiling. Good girl. Real clever, too.
She's very unfortunately not smiling anymore.
Well, I bet if that thing's now gone.
Instead of the dragon, she is what we found down there. She would never say a good word about me after some events that have transpired. But I do want to help, genuinely, even if the way I go about it is abrasive.
So, yeah, Mitchell has been staring a hole through Christopher this whole time. So what do you think we should do, young man?
We just want to know where the dragon and your... Don't have to give us any family secrets or anything like that. We just want to know where the dragon or anything could be to be able to help with this. We just want to know where it could be so we can stop.
Does we include the two golden eyes on your shoulder?
I look over at my shoulder.
There's nothing there.
I look. Is there anything I see with the sight?
No.
What do you mean with gold? I don't see any.
You know exactly what I mean. You hooked your soul to something, and now I bet you're regretting it, aren't you?
Christopher? What is he talking about?
So, Whitaker puts his hand up. Here's what we're going to do. I suggest getting a pool of some of the older ones of the three families together. This is the correct move. The way you're going about it is a little accusatory since we've had nothing to do with any of it for years. But I don't know anything about putting the dragon back. That was never really the goal. See, a thing like that isn't meant to be broken. Unless the person standing over it wants it to be. I don't know much about my niece. But the only way that thing could open is she wanted it to open.
I think of watching her standing in front of that seal and laughing. And then I look at them and I look at Christopher. I don't want to speak for you, Christopher, but I genuinely don't care what happens as long as it stops.
I agree. That's the reason why I just want to find the dragon. I will admit I was putting up a little bit of ruse about putting it back. I want to reason with it.
Well, judging by what we understand, says Whitaker, if it's going through and killing all of our children and everything before us, I don't know about reasoning with it. But I came over here to sit down, Mitchell. What the hell? He's just like, I was just feeding the fucking ducks. Don't look at me like that.
I have a friend that loves duck calls. I think you guys would get along.
Oh, I'm going to challenge him for sure. Mitchell kind of giggles to himself.
He's actually talking to Miss Willoughby right now.
Both of them stop short and look at you with wide eyes like, oh, hell.
We miscalculated, Christopher. We miscalculated. We shouldn't have let him go alone. Why do we keep letting him go alone?
That's a really good question. So,
oh no!
Perfect transition.
So we cut over to the interior of the fireplace. To room. Where are my dice? 316. Really well organized. And underneath the sign that says 316, it says A. Willoughby.
All right. I'm assuming he's staring at a room number on a door, basically.
Yeah, you're looking at a door. Yeah.
All right. All right, time for some proper etiquette. And he's gonna gently knock on the door. He'll knock again. Hello? Anyone in there? It's a distant relative, probably. Come to visit. Yep. I really should have come more prepared for this. Hello? Does he hear anything?
You do hear something. You hear quiet breathing directly behind you.
He's gonna slowly turn and look.
There's nothing there.
Fuck. Oh, hell no.
Can I help you? You turn around and the door is open. Standing there, you see a woman probably in her very early 70s, actually. Her brown, reddish hair is still mostly there. You see long streaks of white. You see she has an eye patch over her left eye, and on her right eye is like a really bright brown. It's kind of like a glinting in the light a little bit. And she's kind of standing at full height. She's maybe 5'5", dressed fairly well. You see her leaning slightly on a stick that's kind of going towards her left arm. It's a very gnarled looking stick. It looks like just really, really seasoned old wood. But she's kind of putting her full weight on it. And she gives you a small smile. It's a kind of toothy. You see some of them missing, but not too many. How can I help you?
It's a good stick. Yeah.
But you got a pretty good stick yourself.
Thanks. I'd certainly like to think so. Hey, patch buddies. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you're Miss Willoughby, right?
That I am.
Excellent. I hope I'm not bothering you too much. Just had a few questions for you before I scoot along. I'm helping out some of my egghead research partners and all.
You hear that breathing behind your hair again, and it's ragged.
Kind of tries to wave it off like a fly.
Research partners. Well, why don't you come inside?
Sure, yeah, sounds great. He's gonna waltz in and very much quickly close the door behind him. Maybe lock it a little if he can.
So the interior of that looks a lot like the inside of Grandma Thatch's. It is loaded with herbs and spices and stuff like that just hanging from the walls. You see she has a couple of bookshelves with old tomes and stuff like that. But as you blink your good eye, you realize that there's a shimmer to everything you're seeing. And as it kind of goes in and out, you kind of realize that a normal person would just see a normal room.
So he's getting the sense that there's some kind of illusion over the current room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is some fancy illusion work, not gonna lie.
Oh, it's not that fancy, just something average for the average person. But if you got a stick like that, I can assume you're one of us. Kind of waves her arm.
I suppose I am. Well then, enough of the pretenses then. He'll tap his staff a couple times and lean on it in a very wizardly and composed manner. I've run into a bit of trouble, and I think some information you might have might help elucidate matters. You aware of the
chuckle in your left ear?
Damn it. You aware of the dragon under the library?
You hear a giggle in your right. Everything all right?
I certainly hope so. Keep hearing something around me.
You feel a fingertip on your chest.
What in the hell? He is
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna investigate a mystery. Fuck it. This is getting too weird.
Sure.
All right, mixed success. What is being concealed here?
You feel like there's an illusion over this room. It's like a thick one. It's hard to tell, but you're able to kind of maintain your own magic and understand that there's an illusion casting an actual nice hospice room, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's another one, and you can't break it. It's thick, weighing on you. There's a weird shimmer in the air, and you can't quite place where it begins and then it ends. But you see a haggard face suddenly blink into existence on your immediate referral. And you hear the giggle again.
Oh, hello. What is that?
What's what?
He'll point to where he saw the haggard face.
You just see a normal wall covered in all kinds of greenery.
All right, do you have any freaky familiars or anything like that in here?
Familiars?
Yeah, or any creatures that are bound to you. There's something in here, another presence.
I mean, the only presence that's entered in the past few weeks is you.
Definitely something up. Back on track. The dragon. Do you know it?
Something's pulling at your staff.
He's gonna keep an iron grip on it and try to tug it back.
It's not moving easy.
Wow, this sucks. Okay. He's gonna reach into his pocket and give a quick text to Samantha.
You reach into your pocket and pull out what you thought was your phone, but as you look at it, you see a weird stone tablet slowly just start melting in your hands. I don't think you want to do that.
This is gonna slowly look back up to Gran.
It's as innocent as the moment you met her.
Okay, fair enough. Still haven't answered my question.
We have time for questions.
Is this some kind of weird test that you're not letting me in on?
Oh no, you've already had your test. And I think you'll do nicely.
What?
So, Callum. You get this sinking pit feeling in your stomach that you felt just not even a full half an hour ago. The same feeling when you saw the Drake for the first time and it looked at you.
Oh. Are his instincts screaming at him that this is another fucking Drake?
Your instincts are screaming at you that this is something that would consider you lunch.
Well, Okay, time to pull the emergency button. He's gonna blast that door back open.
Okay, roll to kick some ass. With a swing and a blammo, the door swings the fuck open into the hallway.
Yeah, no, fuck this. He's bolting out.
Yeah, you bolt out. You're out in the hallway, take a look around, then it's completely empty, and you're like, oh boy, that was close. There it is.
All right, then. Time to regroup with the others.
As you start walking down the hallway, you feel that same shimmer again.
Oh my god. Yeah. And no. Fuck walking. He's running. He's running now. He's using his one other talent aside from magic, and it is running.
You run to the end of the hallway, take a hard left because it's the only turn you can take. You turn, and it's the same hallway with the door open on the left.
Oh god. Not this shit. Come on. All right.
As you see, Annabelle Willoughby step out of the room.
Oh, come on. What is this? Well, really, you want to step up with me, huh? You gonna turn me into lunch? Try and snack on my magic or whatever?
That seems like a good idea.
I think you'll find that it's not. Yeah, and fuck it. He's gonna kick some ass. Fuck it, we're choosing violence then. I'm going to roll that with weird. Because he's gonna start slinging some fucking magic. All right, with an 11. Okay, so I get to choose two effects then. I am going to inflict terrible harm, and I'm going to force them where I want them, which is back. I want them to get the fuck back. I am going to use Fire Blast for my combat magic.
So, you let this spell, and it rips off down the hallway. You see it connect with her directly as the entire hallway fills with smoke and debris and flames, and you feel the whole shimmer happen, and you feel yourself jolted awake as Samantha, Christopher.
Yes.
You roll up, and given their age, surprisingly, Randall and Mitchell are able to keep up fairly well with you. You're pretty sure they're using a supernatural element called magic or something. But as you round the corner to going up the hallway, you see Callum with his hand just, his knuckle like knocking on the door, frozen, staring at the door.
Oh, God. And I hurry over to him. Callum? Have you been standing here the whole time?
He doesn't respond.
I tap him lightly on the cheek. Sorry, Christopher, what were you saying?
Is Callum okay? Hold on, let me. Oh look, I got another thing of Cluckies. Ah, shit, Callum's gone.
Oh my God, No, but I do like a little light slap on the cheek.
No.
Okay. Okay, I do slightly harder because my grandma raised me.
Oh my god. You guys.
Callum, you are made abruptly awake, mostly by your own efforts, I will say this, but also by a just thorough slap to the face.
Oh. Holy crap, I hate that works.
The fuck?
Actually,
I should get knock a tooth loose. What the fuck?
Not that strong. Look at me. I am made of glass and tissue paper.
Everyone just back away from the door, please.
okay.
I'll grab Callum by the arm and pull him back.
The Randall kind of like sidles up to Callum, puts his hand on her shoulder. Other than the slap, you all right, son?
Yeah, I wizarded myself out of... He looks around. I guess it was some kind of mental trap or something.
Thank God that you changed, like Samantha is saying this, thank God that you changed the trajectory of that sentence, because I thought you were about to tell two strangers that you whizzed yourself out of trouble.
You see Mitchell do some signs over the door as Randall kind of like grips your shoulder and it's like, no, I apologize. We didn't know anyone was going to attempt to see her. She's caught in a loop. She has been for a very long time.
Caught in a loop.
I'm happy you were able to get your way out of it. It's tougher than... It's very difficult.
Oh. So that's why she was looking at me like that. It's also like this...
Let's go ahead.
There was also this weird creature with like a haggard face or something. I thought it was a familiar for a moment, but... Huh. Could it be something?
Two active personas. There's the one that wants to welcome people in to try to help her, and the other one that's trying to feed on anything magical she can get her hands on to try to boost her own ability to get out. Let's all get some sunshine. Yeah, I got Mitchell actually is kind of like sidles up to her like, all right, everyone outside, away from this door. Please and thank you. Don't want to go anywhere near it. No knocking on the door, please.
I start, walking away.
So like, smile. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I thought you were...
No, I was just like, I'm just walking away, just looking back at the door like, what in the world is going on here with that door and her in this loop, whatever this loop is.
Samantha like looks at the door like very clearly there's a temptation in her gaze.
You looked at the door?
Yes, I did.
Two very large, very white eyes look back at you, and that door isn't open.
What'd you see, Callum?
It's old, and it's dangerous.
Well, I mean, I saw her, and
All right, before you continue, Mitchell, I'll hands up. Listen, we didn't know anyone was going to do it touching that door, but I think we have much graver issues, and a very old friend of ours in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
Samantha like shakes her head really hard and is like, yeah, sorry, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. We just have a dragon on the loose, and
yeah. She will smile sheepishly at Callum and be like, sorry I hit you.
no, it's fine. Can somebody catch me up?
We catch him up.
Yeah. And then it's like, it zooms forward. And that's what happened.
Exposition.
Randall speaks up like, we appreciate your interest in helping Annabelle, but there are some mysteries in this town that are meant to stay that way. And for right now, I suppose we should... we got like some Mitchell's like a long time since we hunted anything. Randall's is like, yeah, a long time. Listen, kids, like Mitchell like scratches the back of his head. This is a problem we never thought we'd have to deal with. Quite frankly, well, we are somewhat more knowledgeable about the things that go around here. The vast majority of our families aren't our families. I don't know who's been killed, but more often than not, they didn't have a speck of ability. The Shrek, goddamn you, speck of ability. I will make you rue the day. A speck of ability inside them, so they were just innocent people. It's only distantly related murder, just for vengeance. Speaking of which, does anyone else have a headache before we continue?
I have a face ache, but
I said I was sorry.
Samantha, that buzzing in the back of your mind is growing stronger.
Yeah, she was about to speak up and say, my head's been hurting for a while, on and off.
When was the last time it felt like that?
It was down in the tunnels, I think.
Oh, shit.
What?
Randall's like scratching his chin. Well, if I were a big mythical beast, like solely bent on killing dozens of individuals of very specific bloodlines, I don't know, how would you go about doing it?
You would need a registry of where and who is still around.
No. He like chuckles to himself. Kids, think about it. Big, evil, magical creature. Lots of big magic.
I'm just thinking of blood magic.
that are a place of great historical significance with a lot of mana woven into it.
Wait, back at the library? Oh,
Well, I mean, right ideas. What do we know that's been like? I'm sorry, I've kind of been away for a long time. Places of historical importance named after, founders and other things.
What about the falls themselves? With the statue buried up to its arm.
Marcus Willoughby statue?
Yeah. Because if we're looking for things that are named after founders, the whole town is called Willoughby.
Yeah, but they weren't afraid to put their names on really important locations.
Can I think of any that he might be indicating that isn't just the library?
Well, the Parker Street Library isn't named after anything.
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, it's like something significant.
Well, there was a handy list of local areas that we made when we first started this.
Oh.
Jimmy, I swear to God.
No.
I haven't checked that because it is very buried
I found it.
our things.
Yeah, funny part is it was also Jimmy's idea.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, community college.
Oh yeah, the Harrison Whitaker Community College.
Oh no. Not my college.
I leaned to Callum. I didn't know what the name of where he worked was until just now.
Yeah. Weird that hasn't come up until now.
Yeah, because Jimmy keeps calling it the community college.
We just called it community college. There's no other colleges around here. There's no need for distinction. Literally, we call the gas station the other gas station because there's only two.
Well, that's not my fault.
Hold on 1 second.
Christopher.
No, I'm mostly laughing because Jimmy actually knows the name of the place. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm good now. I just need to scream it out for a fast. Okay.
Christopher.
Yeah.
I think your collection might have been usurped.
I think you're correct. Let's head over to my office now and see if the dragon's there, because I have a feeling it's going to be there. And I swear, if it touched any of my single documents, I'm going to.
Maybe they did some of your grading for you.
All right. Well, best of luck to you kids. Like, Mitchell kind of shrugs.
Well, you better wish us the best of luck, because if we die, you'll be meeting your end a little sooner than planned.
You see like a small smile from Randall, and he just like shakes his head. You think we haven't died?
I look at him with like a new understanding, and I'm like, hey, if I survive this, can I come back here and chat with you guys sometime next week?
Yeah. As you actually like look at him and give him like a deeper look than you have before, there's a shadow around him.
I think we might have some things to discuss.
Perhaps. All right, kids, go on. Go save the day or whatever. We're gonna be here. I could eat. I think they have the tuna made up. Oh, they always have the tuna made up. You bitch so loud if they don't. Oh, fuck you. And you see them both walk off.
I look at Callum and Christopher. That's going to be you two. That's going to be you two one day.
I highly doubt so.
I can only aspire to be that fucking cool.
See? Callum has the right attitude. Let's head to your office and...
Yep, let's go.
I genuinely don't know how this is going to end. But I hope it ends in our favor.
It'll be with us being big damn heroes.
Start up my car.
It backfires again.
I need to take this mechanic later. It's not used to running this much all day.
Jim, as you drive off, Jimmy, roll me 2d6.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
None of us can drive except Christopher. No.
Nah, it's cool.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Well,
Okay, it's a 10. It's a good.
yeah, you're pretty sure the muffler fell off as you drive down the road.
Oh my god.
We are not stealthy.
No. Not the muffler. I don't know. Maybe one of the hubcaps. But anyway, it rolls past you. So fucking dumb. The Harrison Whitaker Community College. The Whitaker family just used the money of the family to build this college. They just stamped his name on it. But it's been around for a hot minute. Much to the happiness of a lot of the townsfolk, because the nearest college is several towns over and it'll take a lot of commute time. So this college has been very successful in getting some of the brightest minds at Willoughby up and out and somehow back in. For the love of God, they don't never know why they come back.
I just sigh heavily as I remember that. It's like,
that's a brief moment of freedom that I squandered. But yeah, you hustle there, get out of the car, it backfires again. As you all rush into the actual college itself. Samantha, that headache is getting a lot stronger. And as you all actually step into the front doors of the community college, it smells ever so slightly of smoke.
oh shit, immediately.
And there is no one in that central hall. There's no one at the reception desk. There's no one, as you listen, there's no one in the building.
Oh shit. Is my office nearby, or is it still like...
Roll me 2d6.
Okay.
Yep.
No, the 4?
No.
Oh,
It might be a published author, but author. God fucking damn. But you still have some time. Okay, I'm sorry. Before you get the big office on the corner with all the windows and stuff like that and feel more important. You're at the back. You're at the back part of this place. It's like a solid minute-long run before you get to your office, and the smell of smoke is getting heavy.
Yeah. Okay, I'm immediately going... Okay, I'm going to try to save this place. I'm going to run towards the fire. I'm going to try to run towards it.
Wait, do you open the door?
Oh, I do open the door.
Cool, there's no fire.
What? Oh.
It looks the same. The whole place just smells very heavily of smoke.
Like cigarette smoke or...
No.
Is it
like a bonfire kind of smoke,
Okay,
like black smoke? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh like that. This is like
No.
smoking
I
a
was
light
about to
cigarettes.
say, I was about to say like sulfurous or like wood smoke.
It's wood smoke.
Does my the buzzing in my head get worse as we get closer?
As you start to step through the door frame, it feels like someone just kicked you in the head.
Samantha reaches a hand up to her nose because she feels like it's about to start bleeding if it hasn't already.
Not quite.
We're close.
You okay?
For
pretty roughed
whatever,
up there.
for whatever reason, my head hurts, reacting really hard to this thing.
Is it because you connected to it?
Maybe. That's the only thing I can think of if it's not affecting Callum too.
Callum?
And I'm not really feeling much of anything right now.
Let's start it.
You aren't a mage of the, and I don't mean this by you're stupid. I mean, you don't use mental magics or telepathy or anything like that. That's like a general thing. And you and Samantha look at each other realizing that. This seems to be almost entirely telepathic.
It's giving off a feedback loop or something. But that means it's close. She's close.
Let's start heading our way.
Yeah. Except we find it before you pass out.
Are we gonna play hot and cold with my brain right now?
I think we kind of have to.
Oh, we gotta play hot and cold with my brain right now. Okay, if I pass out... No, I'm not gonna pass out. I'm a strong, independent woman, and brain magic got nothing on me. She says, unconvinced. And if I could reach out with my telepathy and try to read a bad situation.
Sure.
That's an 8. And my question is, what's my best way in? How do I find it?
Well, I hate doing this, but you kind of sussed out how to find it. It's not.
But yeah, I know that, but like following along with it as accurately as I can and figuring out the best angle to come at it, if that makes sense.
The best angle to come at it, using the way that you've picked up to track it so far, is head on. Which means it's going to hurt. Unless you use magic or try to figure out a key to track it otherwise without using your brain, there are other ways to track it that you have found. The two methods that you know of right now are the strong smell of wood smoke and your own feedback loop.
I think we just got to go for it.
Yep, let's do it.
All right.
And I'm going to like pull a few magical components out of my bag to have the big whammy prepared just in case I need to hit hard and hit fast.
I do want to clarify something very important. Whatever it is you're tracking, this is to Christopher, was in this room.
Mm. Shit. Okay, so it was in this room.
Yeah, no, it definitely was in this room.
Yep.
Yep.
Is there anything missing, Christopher?
No, but it was here.
Don't say no, you didn't look.
Let me, hold on 1 second.
Did you touch your stuff? Is your stuff all covered in dragon cooties?
I don't think anything's missing. Can I do a investigate or would like to have a look around?
You said or, so I was waiting for you to finish the or.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry. No, you're good. It's like or means suspense. I mean, you have abilities, my man, that you could rock right now.
Okay, let's look here.
And you also have a hotline.
Do have the hotline.
Got the hotline blank.
I was about to say that.
I'm gonna try to do dark past. Then.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, man. I was just saying it's sweet. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Dang, y'all.
I've been meaning not to read on a myth for Dark Past. That's the reason why.
I'm so happy.
Just so everyone knows, you can ask. I can ask a question anyway, but that will mean you were personally complicit in creating the situation I am not. We are now dealing with.
Ask your question, no. Jimmy. Ask your question.
Follow your heart.
You know, it technically says you can. but I will still ask a question. I already know who might be behind this. Because it's what did it say? When I dealt with this creature or one of its kind, what did I learn?
So, in your travels amongst everything, while you were in Europe, you learned that dragons had mostly fled the continent, seeking refuge in other places. And during your travels, you being the good student that you are, you were able to track down several of them, more or less, to their last known locations. Whoever this dragon is now, being friends with Eleanor Whitaker, would have surely have heard of Christopher Watson, professor, known for his lore studies and everything about them, his deep dives all around the world. And mayhaps, it's like a stretch to your thinking, but you're connecting a few dots. Mayhap this dragon went all the way to your research notes, carefully, thoroughly.
Oh, shit.
Trying to find more of their kind.
I start looking through the documents. Like on, like pulling up like some of my old books and looking through them to see if there's like any torn pages about like locations of dragons that where I've saw them and stuff like that gone or.
As you're digging, you hear a loud crunch next to you.
A freeze.
Looks like you go so much deeper than I thought you did, Christopher. You feel the presence of Magma, the Crossroads demon, beside you.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Tracking down ancient beings just to satisfy your own curiosity. That's all. Seems like it's come home to... I don't want to say roost, because I think dragons roost. Do they roost? I think they do. I should ask one. I think there's one in the area.
There is. That's
Hot
what
single dragons in your area, Mr. Watson.
That was with one dragon. You know it.
I didn't until you admitted it. Oh my god, do your friends know that you fucked a dragon? Damn, Christopher.
Just like holding
Does
up my...
Mr. Leech know? Do your fans know? You didn't stop back and give that young woman an autograph, did you? Not a shame.
I'll go back and give her a autograph later, maybe.
Yes. Will you be doing that on one leg or two?
Is it time to collect?
No, I'm having too much fun, and it hasn't seasoned enough for my purposes. Just careful you don't get it singed.
I won't get it singed.
Takes another long, loud bite of his apple.
Look, I'm just trying to find... I think this dragon's trying to find trying to find other dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to...
I seen your notes there, though, too. It's how to track a dragon. And there. Pretty useful.
I look at it and it's like, course, page 57, of course.
No, see, I'm trying to help you. Genuinely, I am.
And I do.
Now, what I won't do, takes another bite, is I'm not going to help you explain to everyone standing around you, frozen in time, why you have detailed notes such as those. I mean, only those who would seek to end a species or do terrible things to them would have notes like that, yeah?
That was another life.
It was the correct life, and you walked away from it, and now it's found you, Christopher. I knew I latched onto something tasty when I saw you.
Again, that was another life. I did not want to. I did not know I was trying to exterminate a whole. I was just curious. I was young and I was stupid.
Curiosity killed the ancient, line of fiery lizard things. I don't know. I'm going down a terrible path here. Listen, Christopher. I have one piece of information I think you deserve to know.
Which is?
He leans in real close. You have every right to be afraid of that spooky friend of yours. She's digging deeper into places I'd never go for power. I wonder what kind of things she'd be interested in from me. Maybe wash all the dirt away. Is that the crinkle of tweed in an actual pipe this time? Oh, I think Mr. Leach is approaching. Takes another loud bite, and that's the last thing you see as he dissipates into smoke, and everything comes back to exactly what it was when he arrived. No time has passed.
I immediately pick up my book and read over the How to Track a Dragon, bookmark it, and take it with me as I go to. As I'm waiting for basically Leech to come in, basically.
Oh, Mr. Watson, I was wondering if you'd be in. Oh, you'll have your compatriots with you too. Excellent.
Mr. Leech, it's good to see you again.
All right. Well, is everything okay?
Yeah, everything is fine. Everything is fine. We are on the trails of what's been happening here, and we found out more information about the fires.
That's very good to hear. I was going to actually invite you to something.
Oh?
Well, I just thought it was very curious timing. Saw these flyers being put all over Main Street just a moment ago. I thought you'd be interested.
I look at the flyer.
Mayor Wiggins' campaign announcement speech. Tomorrow at noon.
Oh. We had to hurry.
Yep.
We gotta find this dragon now.
And that's
Thank you.
where we'll end tonight's session.